Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. It's the new DK game on the block. Is it worth your time? Let's find out. Hello everybody, welcome to the last of the new segments I have planned for the Captain Vitus show, and that is Captain Vitus Gaming Reviews, where instead of reviewing a movie or an anime or any of this stuff, I review a video game. Simple enough? Good. As always, I'm Ashton Raymer and I will be your host. Today we are going to be talking about Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, which is out everywhere now for the Nintendo Wii U. So Tropical Freeze is the latest installment in the Donkey Kong series, and it's the second or third, if you count the Returns port for the 3DS as its own game, of the games to be developed by Retro Studios. So the Donkey Kong franchise has always been my favorite series of platformers ever. Like, I remember very well when I was a kid, I used to play the original Donkey Kong Country, but I didn't have a SNES, so I always played the Game Boy Advance port, and I adored that game to death. And I loved all of them. So when I played the one that Retro Studios did, which was Returns, I loved it. So when we got the announcement that Retro Studios was going to return, bad puns, for another installment of the Donkey Kong franchise, and it was going to be for the Wii U, I was excited. And I guess all I have to say is, gentlemen, you've outdone yourselves. So first things first, let's just get the story out of the way because it's a Donkey Kong game, so it doesn't really matter. But basically the DK crew, they're just hanging out when all of a sudden these Vikings come in from the sea. And there's this big walrus Viking and then these penguins, and they bring him this big old horn thing, and he blows into it, and in the process blows the Kongs away to many islands over and completely freezes DK Island. So now it's up to Donkey Kong and friends to travel across all the worlds, get to this walrus guy, punch him in the face, and save DK Island. And that's our game. And I love it. It's so nice because we live in this age where video games that you need to have this beautiful story and all this stuff, and sometimes the story can be so needed that people don't even focus on the gameplay. So it's nice to revisit the world of Donkey Kong where it's just like, here's a thing, go stop it and have fun along the way. And having fun is what you do because this game is an absolute blast. But the question still stands. Is this better than Donkey Kong Country Returns? Because that was the first one Retro did. Did they improve themselves? And the answer is a completely loud and resounding yes. To explain that, let's first talk about the gameplay because at its core, that's what the Donkey Kong Country games are. And you know, one of those big things that I've always adored about the franchise, and I know a lot of other people have, are the controls. And they're just as tight in this one as they always were. I love it all the way you got the roll and you'll learn how to use it. And you know, these controls are perfect. There is nothing to complain about here, so just know that. And then another thing we always love about the franchise is the platforming and all the different types of levels. And I'd say this is probably some of the best level design we have seen in years. You know, no two levels feel the same, and in terms of difficulty, they range from, you know, easy, kind of breezy, to rip the hair out of your head hard. And what we have here is we have three different types of levels, and one of them is your traditional, you know, point A to point B, get from this point to this point in the level, and beat the level, and they're all great. And then we also have a return to the jet booster levels where you get on a little jet thing and try and not die, which is very difficult. And then we have my personal favorite since the beginning of the series, the Minecart Levels. Sadly though, we really don't get a lot of these Minecart levels, and that makes me kind of sad because, like, don't get me wrong, the ones we do get are fantastic. I adored all of them, but I felt like each world should have had one because there was only, and I beat it a week ago, so I don't know, but I think there was maybe 3, and I wanted more. And maybe there are more. There are also a ton of levels you can unlock, because at the end of every level, like, some of them have different ways of beating them. I didn't maybe there are extra minecart levels, I don't know, I just wish there had been more. And then of course at the end of each world, we have our boss fights. And holy crap are these boss fights good. They are the best the series has ever given us. Each boss is unique and fun in how you beat them. And I found myself going back trying to find other ways to beat them a lot of the time. And they're very replayable and fun and difficult, and you get such satisfaction whenever you get to just mash X and beat the living crap out of them when you finally do beat the level. So they're great. And boy do they have motive to kill you. I mean, just check this out. That part made me laugh a lot. Especially because I saw it a lot. Because I died a lot during these boss fights, during these levels. And that brings me to my next point, which is difficulty. Well, I do feel like this is probably the easiest Donkey Kong game we've ever gotten. Given I beat it in 2 days, I still stand by the fact these levels can be very hard. Your classic Donkey Kong challenge is here, it's just not here to its full extent, but be ready to die a lot. And it's okay, because Donkey Kong games are completely made on fair difficulty. These games are rip your hair out hard, but every death feels justified. You never die because of the game. It's always your fault, and very rarely do you not learn from it. You know, every death, you fall down, you're like, oh, I see, I won't do that this time. There's a different way to do this. Every level is beatable, and the amount of satisfaction you get when you finally beat that level that you had been stuck on for so long, it's incredible. And for you completionists out there who still want a little bit more of a challenge, you'll be happy to know that the challenge of grabbing all the puzzle pieces and the Kong letters has returned, and it's pretty fun. Like, I am not a completionist, so I didn't collect all the puzzle pieces or nothing, but the Kong letters are really fun to nab and everything, and they can be difficult to get at times, so like difficulty, they are very satisfying to see at the end, getting all those letters and then seeing the monkeys go, ah! So there's that. So now that we've gotten difficulty out of the way, let's talk about some of the things that Retro has changed in this installment from their last one, Donkey Kong Country Returns. Now there are a few small ones that I think are worth mentioning, such as the fact in Returns, you'd see little grass and you'd blow on the grass and then a banana or a puzzle piece would come out. Not the case in this one. In this one, you'll see little things on the ground, you'll have to pluck them out, and I like that a lot better, because just sitting there and blowing on something, it kind of took the coolness out of Donkey Kong. And then in this one, you can just literally pull a tree out of the damn ground, and it is awesome! So there's that. And we also have new water-based levels. Like, in the original Donkey Kong games, you just kind of go like this and stuff, and you get on your little one, and then you just, you know, you keep going. And that's fine, but the water physics in this one are very different. You actually swim, you have an attack where you spin, and they're cool and all. I hate water levels. I think they're awful, so personally I didn't love it, but they're still good controls nonetheless. But the biggest and most important change is that of your companions. While Diddy is back from Returns, DK also has 2 other new companions joining him on his journey to help him get back to DK Island. And those 2 characters are Dixie Kong and Cranky Kong. Now, each of these characters has a different method of helping you out, such as Diddy Kong has his jetpack from Returns, where, you know, you jump and then you keep pressing A and you get a little extra air time. Dixie can, like, spin around her little ponytail as a propeller, get you some extra air and even get you higher. And Cranky Kong uses his cane to Scrooge McDuck your way over spiky objects and all that other stuff. And I do love these additions to the roster. I think they're very well done. I feel as though, and this is just my personal opinion, that I never wanted to use anyone who wasn't Dixie. Her propeller hair will get you higher, so it basically makes Diddy Kong worthless. And you know, with Cranky, if I want to play DuckTales, I'll play DuckTales. I got it right here. Not to say they're bad, it's just they feel kind of useless compared to Dixie, but I don't know. That's my personal opinion. I've seen a lot of people who like using Cranky, who like using Diddy. Whatever your playstyle is, I just like getting that extra air. You know, we're all different. That's what makes us beautiful. And you know what else is beautiful? This game's visuals. And the Oscar for Best Segue goes to... me! Oh, thank you all so much. Thank you all so much. Thank you, Hugh Jackman. I love you! That was a lot funnier when I wrote it this morning. Let's just talk about visuals and pretend I didn't just do that, okay? I'm good with that. You're good with that. My ear feels weird. Does yours? I don't know. Now, the visuals in this game are breathtaking. They are beautiful. And I'd say it's probably the best looking game on the Wii U besides Pikmin 3. I mean, all these stages, all these character models, everything looks beautiful, and it definitely benefits from the HD powers of the Wii U. But nothing in this game compares to how incredible the Kongs look themselves. The DK crew has never looked better, and you can just tell a ton of love and care went into making these character models because they look fantastic. I know it's been brought up a lot, and it seems like such a minor detail, but the fur in this game looks real. Like, real. It's amazing, and I remember I saw a bunch of reviewers commenting on it, and I'm like, it's just a small thing. And no, it's cool. So that is definitely a huge one-up for this game. The visuals in this game are fantastic, and so is the music. I'm gonna say it right here. This is the best music in a Donkey Kong game we have gotten since the original Donkey Kong Country. The music in this is beautiful. There are so many different varieties. Like, I love all these tracks, but they can really vary. Like, just check some of these out. Beautiful, right? They're incredible. All these tracks, all this everything. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze is just a fantastic game all around. So in the end, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze is a fantastic new addition to the Donkey Kong series, and this is going to be a big statement here, so get your nostalgia swords ready to throw them through your computer at me, but I think this is my new favorite Donkey Kong game, even more so than the original. Like, don't get me wrong, I adore what Rare did with the original Donkey Kong franchise, and those are some of my favorite games of all time. But Retro does a fantastic job bringing these games into the new modern era. The controls have never been better. The difficulty's still there, but it's a little more forgiving, and I think that they do a fantastic job. I would love to see them do a third or fourth. Once again, I don't know if you count the Donkey Kong Country Returns port as its own game or not, but I never played the Wii one, so that. It's a fantastic game for the Wii U, and it will test your abilities, it will test your emotions to their breaking point, and it will, in the end, leave you with a completely satisfying experience that, personally, I plan on revisiting many times throughout the next year, many times throughout the next 2 years. I plan on playing this game for a long time. So if you have a Wii U and you haven't picked this up yet, you're crazy. Go get it now. It's like $50. Like, come on. It's not a bad price for a game that, well, it did take me 2 days to beat the story. There's a ton more to do. So, yeah, I say pick this game up immediately as soon as you can. And, yeah, it's really, really good. It's definitely my favorite game on the Wii U right now. So, let's see what else we can get. Pick it up, guys. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze gets an A out of 10. Hey everybody, thank you so much for watching the first episode of Gaming Reviews. This is the last new segment I think I'm going to introduce to the channel. I don't know, maybe I'll have a different one sooner or later, but yeah, I was pretty excited for this video. I even got Donkey Kong in it, because I do adore him. And anyways, thank you for watching. If you like what you saw, click that subscribe button down there, it would really help me out. And hey, leave a comment in the section below. Tell me if you got Donkey Kong. Tell me if you like it. Tell me if you're thinking about getting it. Whatever your thoughts are, let me know. I want to hear them. And as far as announcements go, I've made this announcement numerous times. This weekend you're going to get 3 movie reviews. One for Mr. Peabody and Sherman, one for 300, and the one that I'm probably going to do first, because it's the one I'm most excited for, which is the Grand Budapest Hotel. So y'all get hyped for that. I will do all 3 of them. I'm not going to flake out on you guys here. And as far as gaming reviews go, because I've really enjoyed doing this, after I'm done editing this, when this starts uploading, I am going to run out to the store and pick up South Park: The Stick of Truth. So I will probably do a review on that one. I do have a plan to review Pokemon X and Y, because I love those games, but I am playing through it a 3rd time and I'd like to beat it a 3rd time before I do the review. So there's that, and other than that, yeah, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, do all that stuff. Enjoy your day. I'll enjoy mine. Stay classy. I can't think of anything snappy to say. Hi, Link.